Good morning, children. Welcome back. Today we are going to begin with a new chapter in EVS 1, that is, chapter number 13. This is a part of your science subject. The name of the chapter is Methods of Preserving Food. We all are aware that we eat food for proper growth and nourishment. Yes, it is very important for every living world. But do you know that which all methods should be used to preserve the food? Sometimes when the foods are prepared at home or if you purchase, then how you can preserve this food so that it lasts long. So these all things we are going to study in this chapter. Which all points we are going to cover in this chapter? That is food and microorganisms, different varieties of foodstuffs as available as per the seasons. That is, seasonal fruits and vegetables are available in the market and accordingly we consume them. Even we are going to study that how we can preserve the food and which are different methods are there that are being used to preserve food. We eat wide variety of foodstuffs in our diet. We like to have many varieties. We like to have wheat, rice, pulses, grains and so on, as well as different types of fruits and vegetables. So these all are available throughout the year. But the crops get ready only at a certain time in the year. That is, they are not grown throughout the year. In order to have the grain available throughout the year, one season's crops must be stored and protected till the next season. Just take an example of rice. You know that the crop of rice requires more amount of water. That is why it is a monsoon crop. On the other hand, wheat requires less amount of water. So, it is a summer crop. But wheat is available to us throughout the year. Is it like that it is available only in the summers or rice is available only in the rainy season? No, they are available to us throughout the year. That means we are storing these grains so that we can utilize them throughout the year. All the foodstuffs cannot be produced at the same places because as per the climatic condition, wide varieties of crops are grown in different regions. So different foodstuffs are produced in different places and they have to be made available in good condition to the people at a long distances. Just take an example of apple. We all know that apples are produced in Jammu and Kashmir. So is it like that apples are found only there and others cannot have it? No, even we can have it. So what, it is being transported. But while transportation, one should be careful that the things that are being sent to the other places need to be carefully handed over and it should not get spoiled. So for example, it must be ensured that eggs, milk and milk products remain in good condition during transport. We all know that eggs are delicate. As it get touched with any of the things, it can break easily. On the other hand, milk and milk products are also the same way. So, what one should do? One should be very careful that from farm till it reaches to the user. So, it should be taken in a safer manner to the place where it need to be transported. Different fruits and vegetables are available to us throughout the year, though the season may change. But still, these fruits and vegetables are available to us. They also taste their best in that season. Previously, apples were just found in which season? They were found in only winters. But now, apples are available throughout the year. And it tastes similar what they are found in the winter season. So, to prevent these large quantities of fruits and vegetables from getting spoiled and to enjoy them all year around, we make efforts to preserve them. It's very important. Not only fruits and vegetables, your family members, your mummy must be storing grains also at home and that need to be stored and preserved in a proper way. Otherwise, it may get spoiled and there would be a wastage of grains. So proper medicines, chemicals are added or they are kept at a dry place so that it should not get spoiled. In the same way, when these fruits and vegetables are stored, the shopkeepers need to take care for them or the vendors need to take care for them so that they can preserve it for a longer period of time. Now in the summer season, your grandma, your mama, your aunts, your cousins must be preparing these papads, jams, pickles, onions, fishes and masalas. And they preserve them throughout the year in the homes by keeping them in the big containers. So nowadays we can buy such ready products in the market too. But rather than buying from the market as it is added by preservatives, so people prefer to make them at home. That is homemade. And even in the market you get homemade things. People prefer such things because they are safe and they are healthy for eating. So these all things are available throughout the year. Now your mummy prepares vegetables, grains, pulses at home. And she uses onions, potatoes, tomatoes, chilies and so on to add flavor in the vegetable or pulses whatever she is preparing. Now to prepare this, she stores these things at home. Yes, you can go and check in the kitchen, you will get an idea that she stores these things and keep it so that whenever it is required, it can be used. Is it like that one if it is required, you go to the market and purchase one and bring it at home? No, these things can be stored and preserved properly in the house and these things can be used for several days. If the food prepared for one meal may not be used at once and if it is left, now there are certain methods where you can preserve this food and keep it safely for the next day. So then we use certain methods of keeping it from spoiling. So what we do to keep it safe, we keep them in the refrigerator. And because of the cool temperature, the food in the refrigerator may not get spoiled for 2 to 3 days. And even vegetables and fruits are being stored in the refrigerator so that we can preserve them for a longer period of time. So my dear children, there is an activity in your EVS 1 textbook on page number 65. And remember, this activity is not compulsory to do. If you are willing to do by yourself and with the help of your parents, then you are most welcome. You can try this activity. But it is not compulsory. I'll just explain you and you can go through your textbook. You will get an idea that how you have to do this activity. So try this. You need to make a chapati and divide that chapati into 3 pieces. You can make a small chapati and divide that chapati into 3 pieces. Put the one piece in a closed box. So it should be kept in the closed box. It should not be roasted. Anything should not be done. As you are putting in on the rolling pin and board, the chapati, make it into half and put it in the box. The second one you will roast from one side on the hot pan. Now it is not safer for you. So you can ask your mummy to help you in this and without tearing. That is only one side you will roast it. And let it cool down and then again you are going to put this chapati also in the box. And now the third piece of chapati that is remaining, that without roasting you are going to put it in a box and keep it in the refrigerator. And this you are going to keep it for 2 to 3 days. After keeping it for 2 to 3 days, you will see a result. That result will come to your mind that how this chapati gets fungus on it. So let's see that how the fungus comes in 2 to 3 days and how it looks like. Now after keeping all the 3 chapatis at different places in different box, you may see that all the chapatis may not get fungus. 1 or 2 chapati that may get fungus, and which are they that you need to observe by yourself. Now what do you see? We see white, black or greenish fibers like cotton wool growing on the piece of chapati placed in the closed box. You can see in the picture like this, you will come to know that it is a growth of fungus on the chapati. It also starts smelling. Whereas for several days we see no such changes in the crisp piece of chapati or the one that was put in the fridge. Now depending on the season, as the temperature is warm, so fungus can arise easily on the chapati. But when the temperature is cool, it may take time. That is why the things get spoiled easily in the summer season rather than they are preserved in the winter season. So to see this fungus, these small microorganisms, you require microscope. because they are so small that you cannot see with the normal eyes. You need to take the help of microscope. You can see in the slide that how fungus is being formed on chapati. Now, why this fungus is formed on chapati or a bread, as you can see in the picture, the cotton wool-like fibrous growth on the chapati is a kind of fungus. Need not touch that and see, because it is very dangerous. If you touch it, then you need to wash your hands very nicely. Okay, a fungus is a type of microorganism, and spores of the fungus are present in air and water. So they are present in air as well as in the water. So the chapati in the box created favorable conditions for the growth of fungus. That is, availability of food. First of all, it comes on food, that you can see in the picture that we have taken an example of chapati and activity, or you can see that it is on the bread. Not only these things, but other packed products also get fungus. That are also food items, correct? So in the water also it is there, in the air also it is there, and wherever the temperature is warm, it comes easily. That is why the fungus grew on the chapati in the box that was kept like that only. On the other hand, the chapati which was kept in the refrigerator was safe. Why? Because there the temperature is not warm. It is cool. So fungus cannot grow on this temperature. Moving on to the next point is food and microorganisms. You know that microorganisms are present all around us in the air as well as in the water. And usually air, moisture and warmth are available where food is kept. So where are the microorganisms can attack? So these microorganisms can attack in the places where air, moisture and warmth is there. And these things are available near the food which is kept. It means that it is always possible for microorganisms to grow rapidly in our food or foodstuffs. Correct? Easily it can come there because the temperature is warm, as well as if it is not kept at the cool place, the microorganism attack on the food and it can get fungus. It is also present in the moisture places or in the air. The microorganisms that are present in the air or in the water are so minute that we cannot see them, but we can see their growth. Means they are very minute in size, but its growth. Now you know that we have taken an example of chapati. We know that fungus had arisen, microorganism had attacked. So we cannot feel that, but we can see it with our eyes. That means the food had get spoiled. Such spoiled food can cause a stomachache, diarrhea, vomiting, etc. So if you consume such kind of food that has been attacked by microorganisms or fungus, bacteria, so it can be dangerous for your health. So sometimes you can get stomachache, sometimes you may get diarrhea, vomiting, loose motions and so on. On the other hand, if you're going to consume it, its nutritional value is 0. That means it is not having any kind of proteins, vitamins or minerals that are going to help for your growth in your body. And sometimes it can even threaten your life. That is, if you consume such kind of food, you can get food poisoning. And that can lead to a death of a person also. So we need to be very careful if we are eating outside also. We need to check the things whether they are properly cooked or not, whether it is fresh or not. In the beginning of the chapter, we have already seen that we can preserve the food and we can save them throughout the year. And we can use them whenever they are not available, but still when we preserve them and store them, we can use them throughout the year. So there are different methods of food preservation. That is drying, cooling, boiling, packing in airtight cans, and using certain preservatives also. So let's see them how we can use these methods to preserve the food. So the first method is drying. You know that sun gives us heat, light, brightness and so on, and how it provides us a kind of source of energy also. So when we dry the foodstuffs, the water content in it is lost and the water that is lost in it helps the food to preserve it for a longer period of time. So this method is used to preserve foodstuffs like papad, kurdai, sandge, wheat, dals, pulses and so on. You can see what are sandges. If you ask your parents, they are preparing in the summer season. Either it is prepared with wheat, rice or different grains, and through that vegetable is being prepared. So these all methods can be seen to preserve food. Among them one is drying. Now the next one is cooling. When we speak this word, immediately it comes to our mind that at our home refrigerators are there, and that is the best place to preserve the food from getting an attack of fungus. So when food is placed in a refrigerator, microorganisms do not get the warmth they need for their growth, and this way we can preserve the food for a longer period of time. That is why when mummy purchases vegetables or fruits, whatever she purchases, milk, she stores in the refrigerator to preserve it for a longer period of time. Our next method is boiling. Again, this is very helpful for the foods that are being used at your home or whenever you purchase it from outside, if you feel so to eat. When foodstuffs are boiled, the microorganisms in them get destroyed. That is why your mother purchases the vegetable, she adds some masalas and spices to eat, and then she prepares it by cooking it at gas stove. Yes, other than that, just imagine if it is asked to you eat a raw onion, eat a raw potato, chili and a raw vegetable. Automatically it is going to get digested in the stomach. Is it like that? No, without adding spices or without adding masalas, the food may not be good to eat and it may have microorganisms that can affect your health. So boiling and cooking is also one of the best options to preserve the food. Next is placing in the airtight containers. When foodstuffs are preserved in airtight containers, the microorganisms are first destroyed and it is ensured that water or air will not enter the foodstuffs. You purchase many packed foods from outside to have it because they are tastier, so you feel that you should eat them. So when you purchase them, you know that it is airtight packed so that air or it should not get affected with water. Or other than that, microorganisms should not attack on that foodstuff. So that is the reason they are packed in the airtight cans or in a proper plastic bag. It means that to preserve foodstuffs, the microorganism in them should be destroyed. And also they must be placed in condition in which microorganisms may not grow again. So it may not get spoiled. See, you purchase the packet products from outside. You know they are seal packed. And it is suggested to you that if it is open, then please don't purchase it. Why? Because it is for your safety measures. So whenever you are purchasing from outside anything, you need to double cross check the things whatever you are purchasing. So my dear children, again there is one more activity in your textbook on page number 66. I am repeating it that it is not compulsory to do it. If it is your wish or you are willing to make it, take help from your parents and prepare it. And give a taste to everyone in your family that how it has been prepared, and maybe this is your first dish to prepare it. So to prepare a pickle, you require certain things. So what all materials you require? You require a glass jar, you require knife, a spoon, 7-8 lemons, a quarter bowl of salt, 2 tablespoons of red chili powder, 1.5 bowl of sugar. Now sometimes if you don't want it spicy, then you cannot use chili powder in that. Or sometimes you want it more spicy, then you can use chili more and sugar in a less amount. So as per your taste, you need to prepare it. You can see the things that are required in the given slide. Once all the material is ready with you, now how you are going to make it? That is the procedure to make this pickle of lemon. Now clean and dry the jar. Cut each lemon into 8 pieces. Put these pieces in a jar and add salt, sugar and chili powder. I repeat it, if you want it spicy, then only add chili powder. Other than that, salt and sweet is okay. Mix the ingredients well with a dry wooden or steel spoon. See that your spoon should be dried. If you are going to use wet spoon, your pickle may get spoiled. Okay, so tie a clean piece of cloth over the mouth of the jar and keep it in the sun for about 10 days. You're not going to close it with the lid. You're going to cover it with the clean cloth and you're going to tie that cloth on the place where the lid is placed. So after that, you're going to keep that pickle in a hot sun for about 10 to 15 days. Stir it every day with a clean dry spoon. That is, you need to mix that pickle every day with a clean dry spoon, as well as your hands should also be dried and clean. Your hands, if it is wet, then there are chances that the pickle can get spoiled. So once you are preparing this thing, you need to be very careful. And after 10 to 15 days, your yummy and tasty pickle is ready to eat. See that you taste as well as give all others also to taste it. Okay, I hope you will enjoy your food with this lovely pickle. So I'm repeating it that this activity is not compulsory. If you feel or if you are feeling that it should be prepared, then you can do it. Now just now we have seen one activity of pickle. Yes, so from that what you come to know that you have added a salt in that, you have added sugar, you have added red chili, and it has been asked to you that it can be stayed for 10 to 15 days. It may take time to prepare, and after that also it lasts for a month or two. By adding these things, that is, these are called as the preservatives that helps the pickle to stay it for a longer period of time. Certain substances are added to jams and pickles to preserve them for a long time. They are called preservatives. So what are preservatives? Sugar, salt, asafoetida, that is hing, mustard, oil and vinegar are some of the examples of preservatives. When we use these preservatives in the foodstuffs, that foodstuffs remain for a longer period of time without getting spoiled, and they have been preserved also. So they play an important part in keeping these foodstuffs in a good condition for a long time. As we all know that preservatives are added to foodstuff and it lasts for a longer time. So when we purchase the packed food products, whenever we are buying it from outside, the sealed products or the sealed boxes, we need to make sure that we check the details that are placed on the boxes, like the date of printing, manufacturing, the price, the expiry date. You can see in the slide that whenever you are purchasing any of the packed products, it can be any of the seal bags like your wafers, biscuits, cold drinks, all these packed products carries a date. That is manufacturing date when it has been prepared and expiry date till when it is going to last. Not only this, on medicines also you are having manufacturing and expiry date. So up till now you must have not thought about these all things when you're going to purchase to certain shops. But from now onwards you need to be very careful whenever you are purchasing such things. Though the shopkeeper is known to you, but still you need to be very careful when you are purchasing such things to check the required things on the packed product, and accordingly only you will purchase it, because people may try to fool you, but you need to be very careful when you are purchasing the packed products. So in this chapter we have seen that how different fruits and vegetables have been stored for a longer period of time and how they have been preserved throughout the year and are available throughout the year. These things are available to us, and different methods of food preservation, and how we need to be careful when we are purchasing anything from the market, though it may be a packed product, it may be medicine or anything. So thank you children for watching the video. Take care, bye bye, and enjoy the activities that are told to you.